Hey guys, welcome back to Rooted Hearts Homestead. Because today's just to take around and show you what we're doing and kind of give you a little bit into our thought process for everything, I'm going to show you how the layout is going to be for our homestead, and Josie is actually going to talk to you a little bit about what she is going to be doing with her chickens for this season. So come along with us as we do that. So this is an old chicken tractor that we made in the year 2020 as an emergency chicken tractor because my 2019 chicken tractor was falling apart. As you can see, it got placed in the middle of a bed of flowers. That was not the plan, but it doesn't have a ton wrong with it. It simply has just been sitting here. We used it last year for growing out chicks that came out of our main flock here. And Josie has decided that she wants to take this chicken tractor and retrofit it so that she can split up her flock. Now, the idea with splitting up our flock is twofold. One, it gives us chickens closer to the house. And two, it gets rid of some of the ones that are kind of being pecked on in the big pen and moves them out somewhere else. So our house is set up so that we have the house, a little garden, a green space, and this green space goes all the way through. It's kind of just a space where we can play, if we want to play a game or do something outside. This space allows for that. The kids often hit baseballs and stuff here. So that kind of gives that space for it. We have this little garden space, green space, and then starts the big garden and then the animals. And last year, the pigs are on top of where my garden was this past year. So we won't be using that space, and we're going to let them use that space for right now. They are actually on the docket for freezer camp here, not in the too distant future, but Josie would like to put chickens up here in this garden space. So this space will be planted. It's just so cold still. Like, it's not even, I don't know. You can plant some things, and I have planted some things. This is actually planted in peas, and so hopefully they'll come up soon. I've seen a couple tops sticking up, but the rest of it is just so cold. It's miserable. This space right here, I have high hopes that one day I will have a small greenhouse and something that's not terribly big, but something I can easily access from the back door, because we want to think about our zones. We want to think about what I want to be close. And for a greenhouse, because during the winter it's cold, I don't want to be hiking all the way out to the greenhouse out in the middle of the field. I want it to be really close, really accessible. So my hope is that this will be a greenhouse. For right now, though, this space just kind of goes to weeds every single summer. I try and keep this section clear and plant what I can. Obviously, you can see some of my crop overwintered. I'm not even sure what this is. But this whole section, Josie wants to use for her smaller flock of chickens. And like I said, these are ones that are getting picked on. So I'm going to let her walk you through what she's going to do to change the coop that we have to work for laying hens instead of meat birds.
So this chicken tractor that we made, it needs a few improvements until we can put more chickens in it. For example, we need to trade out the tarp. Then we're also going to put, we might put some more chicken wire on, or help stabilize these boards more, and so then the chickens will escape. We're going to add nest boxes in the back, and hopefully make them a little tiny ramp going up so that they can get out of it more easily.
So for the rest of our layout, let me just show you what we have. Right now our chickens are here. This is where my garden is going, right there. That whole space there is going to be garden. And then over here in front of the pigs, you can see that there's all the boxes and everything. That right there is actually my strawberry garden. I I don't know what's going to happen with that this year. My hope is that there'll be strawberries. I have seen strawberry plants in it, so I think I'm going to lay down some cardboard, more mulch, just really get that so it has specific paths, and we kind of squelch out some of the weeds, because otherwise those weeds grow up and it is a pain to work in there. This section in front of the pigs is also going to be garden. It's a section that I didn't use last year, and then of course we'll be using all the raised garden beds that go all the way around. Next to the pigs, we're gonna move this hut of chickens. This hut of chickens is going to move next to the pigs, and so today we are going to build their fence for it. Sadly enough, our perimeter fence is not high enough to actually put that as a fence barrier. We need to put chicken wire over the top of it. I just don't want to have any escaped chickens into our neighbor's field. That's no fun for them or me, because then we have to go and chase chickens, and that is not my plan to do in any time in the near future. This is the chicken chaser here. So we hopefully will get all this done today. Joseph will bring home our skid steer from the big farm, and we will move the A-frame coop over. So one of the things that's important to me, you can hear the pigs, sorry about that. One of the things that's important to me is I want to teach Josie how to do this herself. And part of that is letting her use the tools, letting her measure things, letting her figure it out. And so right now she's measuring off 25 feet this way, because that's how wide her run is going to be. And then we're going to do 50 feet this way, and then another 25 feet this way. We don't have to put fencing along this, just because the chickens, if they go in there, it's not a big deal. I can't imagine they would, because pigs. But yeah, so I'm gonna set you up kind of far away, and you'll be able to see what we do, and yeah, we're gonna build a fence. You ready, Josie?
Yeah.
Okay. Change the plan. In walking this, I've realized that there's a bunch. Jake, that's enough. There's a bunch of ruts. My goodness. There's so much noise from the birds. That's okay. There's a bunch of ruts in the ground. And well, I don't mind digging up some. I don't want to dig up a ton. So basically, the back portion of that up to the field fence is really rutted from tires from putting in the fence this year. So instead of putting the fence all the way to that, because we already have to run fencing along it because it's too short, I'm going to go ahead. We're just going to move the fence up to the point where we're out of the ruts, especially since we only have 50 feet in length. And the reason we only have 50 feet in length is just because of how our chicken wire is. We have 100 feet of chicken wire to use, and so we're going to make the sides 25 and then the length 50. This was Josie's idea. So yeah, I'm going to talk to her. We're going to figure this out and hopefully fix it. Hopefully. one nice thing about having big kids. Give them a project. Show them something that they can be in charge of on the homestead. And let them do it. Like, why not? I guess the inspectors are here. Jimmy? Abby? Does it meet code? Will you give us an answer? Jimmy? Abby? They appear to be terrified. So, Josie has gotten the wire attached down there and realized that she's going to need another T-post between the two things. So again, she's learning. A T-post and the pounder, and we're going to put another T-post between the two so that we can stretch the wire nice and tight. And then, yeah, no, she's put in most of these. I've helped her, but most of this she's put in. And then we didn't put an extra one here because she wants to put a gate right here. So she's got to find a gate to put in. So we'll see. She's doing good. She's learning. That's what's important. So anyway, we're gonna get back to it. We're gonna stretch out this fence.